Hello there, Darkauskas here. Let's discuss what has me worried about the First Descendant. First of all, thank you very much for the support and likes on the first video. I'm brand new to making YouTube content, so all the feedback and kind words you guys left in the comments is very much appreciated. Again, a big thank you to you all, it really means a lot. Okay, on with the video. Worry number 1. How much is one caliber worth in dollars? We know one platinum in Warframe, for example, is worth 6 cents, roughly. 75 platinum is $4.99, $5, let's say. So something that worries me definitely is how much is caliber. We saw in the technical test that the normal battle pass, the base battle pass, cost 1,000 caliber. Let's see how much that is in actual money, because at the end of the day, that's going to determine if the monetization is fair, like in Warframe, or not. Point number 2, drop rates and character gated content. We've seen in the technical test that there were a couple of missions that had the highest level of mods available, the specific to character mods, the red ones, and they had a 1% drop rate, if I remember correctly. And the missions tied to that, you had to collect shards. You acquire the shards and then you spend the shards to do the actual mission that gives you the 1% drop. Those shards were character gated, so you needed a specific descendant to do certain missions. So we need to see how that whole system is going to work. Is the grind too aggressive? Is it going to take way too long? Is it going to feel rewarding enough? Point number 3, paywalls. Is it going to be too ridiculous in terms of time invested in the game to acquire all the items, materials necessary to craft, for example, the equivalent to Forma or an Orokin reactor in Warframe? Is it going to be feasible for a casual gamer that works from 9 to 5 to acquire at least some of those materials to craft and progress his First Descendant of choice? I mean, obviously, I don't mean that somebody should play a little bit and get all their characters crafted and maxed out, but at least you gotta give somebody that plays mainly as free to play the opportunity to progress their descendant to a level where you can at least participate in all the content, even if you're not going to be number 1 in DPS or whatever. Point number 4, low XP for battle pass, characters, and weapons. During the betas, including the latest one, it was fairly easy to max out a character doing the endless defense type missions. It wasn't ESO levels of easy, like in Warframe or the famous Hydron, but it was fairly quick. It wasn't too much of a slog. So let's see how that progresses into the final version of the game. Will they change? Will they tune the numbers so that you actually have to spend more time leveling up characters? Hopefully not. I will say this though, proficiency levels for weapons after proficiency level 14, 15 really seems to slow down. That might be a bit of an issue, we'll see. Point number 5, build variety. This has me a little bit worried for the First Descendant, because looking at the mods, there seems to be a pattern where you mod your weapons, that's where the firearm power comes from, and then you mod your Descendant, this is gonna happen a lot, around ability strength, and then you specialize in the damage type. So far, for what we played, which is not a lot, taking in consideration the type of game that it is, we can't say much about it, but I do have some concerns that when we find the meta for an Ajax build, that the second best Ajax build might not be half as good. So that's what I mean by build variety, not in the sense of all Descendants will play the same. No, in fact, I believe the Descendants are a big selling point for the game, which, they all feel very different and they do different things, even though there's no melee characters, it's just a third-person shooter, which is totally fine by me. In fact, I prefer it. But what I mean is, will there be different types of VS builds? Or will there be one that is so good that every other mod that is specific to that character becomes basically useless. Obviously, it's a brand new game. There's going to be lots of balance passes, but it has me worried for the initial release, especially because we all know that everybody's going to be speed farming with Bunny. That alone has me worried because I don't like nerfs. Actually, I shouldn't even said that word. But Bunny might have to be adjusted because, especially for a free-to-play player, Bunny is going to be your resource gatherer. Like, every time you're going to go out to farm for materials, why would you take anything else other than Bunny? And even besides farming materials, I mean, Bunny is very versatile. But yeah, these are just a few things that have me worried about the First Descendant. Obviously, I'm extremely excited for the game. Cannot wait to see Summer's Game Fest tomorrow. In fact, we're gonna be streaming the whole of Summer's Game Fest on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Darkauskas. Come over and join us over there. We're gonna have a good time. The vino will be flowing. Cannot wait. Thank you for making it this far. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Darkauskas signing off, and until next time, hasta luego.